Number 1. You only use 10% of your brain. Imagine your brain is a giant mansion. Now imagine you're paying rent on the whole place but only living in a tiny broom closet because someone told you that's all you can use. That's the 10% of your brain myth. It's everywhere. Your aunt has probably quoted it. Some motivational speaker definitely screamed it while standing on a TED Talk stage in business casual jeans. But here's the deal. It's completely false. You use all of your brain, all the time, even when you're just sitting there zoning out and wondering if pigeons ever get bored. Brain scans show activity in pretty much every region, even during sleep. There's no massive chunk of unused gray matter waiting to be unlocked like a bonus level in a video game. So where did this myth come from? Most likely from a misinterpretation of early neuroscience in the 1800s, when scientists noticed some parts of the brain were quieter during certain tasks. They didn't know what the rest was doing, so people just assumed it was doing nothing. Fast forward, and this turned into the idea that you're basically a biological iceberg, 90% mysterious and untapped, full of secret potential. Probably psychic powers, too. Hollywood ran with it. Because of course they did. Enter movies like Lucy, where using 100% of your brain makes you time travel or control matter or explode. In reality, using 100% of your brain all at once would be like turning on every appliance in your house at the same time. Something's gonna fry. You don't want your entire brain active simultaneously unless you enjoy seizures. So no, you're not wasting brain real estate. You're just using different rooms at different times. Like a very efficient, very squishy smart house. Number 2. Lightning never strikes the same place twice. Let's all take a moment to appreciate just how confident people are when they yell this after surviving something mildly inconvenient. Your Wi-Fi went out? Well, lightning never strikes the same place twice. Stubbed your toe? Same line. Except, yeah, it absolutely does. Lightning strikes the same place all the time. Like, all the time. Take the Empire State Building. That thing gets zapped by lightning around 25 times a year. Not once. Not twice. 25. That's not a fluke. That's a regular electrical relationship. Lightning is not playing a game of cosmic tag. It doesn't keep a checklist of places it's already struck. It's just pure electricity looking for the shortest path between a cloud and the ground. And tall. Pointy things win that prize every time. Trees, skyscrapers, radio towers. If it's high and lonely, lightning loves it. So where did this never strikes twice nonsense come from? Probably from someone trying to make people feel better after bad luck. Oh hey, your house just exploded? Good news. That won't happen again. But science doesn't care about your feelings. It cares about physics. And physics says if conditions are right, lightning will definitely RSVP again. Also, fun fact. If you have been struck by lightning once, you're not suddenly safe forever. In fact, some unlucky humans have survived multiple strikes. There's even a guy named Roy Sullivan, a U.S. park ranger, who got hit 7 times. That man had more shocking moments than an entire season of reality TV. So next time someone drops the lightning line to comfort you, just know they're wrong. But at least they're trying. Number 3. Sugar makes kids hyperpicture this. A kid is bouncing off the walls at a birthday party, shrieking like a tiny banshee. What's the first thing parents blame? Sugar? But here's the plot twist. Sugar doesn't actually make kids hyper. It just looks that way. And you've been tricked by a placebo effect dressed in frosting and sprinkles. Numerous studies have tested this. And the results are super consistent. Kids who are given sugar behave no differently than kids who get a placebo. Even when parents think their child had sugar, they'll rate their behavior as more hyper, even if the kid got 0 sweet stuff. In short, it's all in your head. Or more accurately, in the parent's head. So why do kids act wild at parties or during holidays? Because they're overstimulated. There are balloons, gifts, cousins they barely know. And the possibility of cake? Of course they're amped up. It's like putting a puppy in a fireworks warehouse. Also, Sugar doesn't even work that way in the body. It gives a slight energy boost as it raises blood glucose, but it doesn't flood your system with chaos juice. If anything, a sugar crash is more real than a sugar high. Now, does that mean you should let your toddler drink maple syrup out of the bottle? Probably not. But if they're running in circles, it's more about excitement than sucrose. Basically, sugar is the scapegoat. And parents, you've been played. Number 4, humans swallow 8 spiders a year in their sleep. Here's the truth. This is completely made up. Like, someone literally invented it as an example of how easy it is to spread misinformation. No joke. The word 8 spiders a year myth came from a magazine article in the 1990s. The writer was trying to show how gullible people are when it comes to fake facts. And the internet, in its infinite wisdom, went, "That sounds horrifying. Let's believe it forever. Let's break this down logically. First, your mouth is a warm, wet hole that makes noise and moves around. Spiders are not into that. Most species want quiet, dry, safe places. Not a vibrating face that snores like a dying lawnmower. Second, you're breathing. You're exhaling warm gusts of carbon dioxide all night. That's basically a do not enter sign for spiders. And if one did get close, you'd probably wake up from the tickling long before it got past your lips. Also, if this were true, we'd have footage. We have security cams catching ghosts, raccoons doing parkour, and people sleepwalking into refrigerators. But not a single reliable video of a spider crawling into a human mouth mid-snooze. Suspicious? Yeah. So don't worry, you're not a buffet for night-crawling arachnids. You're just the victim of one of the internet's longest-running pranks. Sleep tight. Number 5, you'll catch a cold if you go outside with wet hair. Here's a classic from the mom-approved list of lies that sound scientific. You've probably heard this one while reaching for the door after a shower. Don't go out with wet hair. You'll catch a cold. Except no, that's not how viruses work. Colds are caused by viruses, usually rhinoviruses. You don't catch them because your scalp is damp. You catch them because someone sneezed near you, touched a doorknob before you did, or licked your phone screen. Please stop doing that. Being cold might make your immune system slightly more vulnerable, but the water on your hair is totally irrelevant. You could walk outside dripping like a shampoo commercial, and as long as no virus gets inside you, you're fine. So why does this myth refuse to die? Because of timing. Cold and flu season just happens to show up when it's, cold. So people connected the dots the wrong way. Like, it's cold, I have a cold, therefore, cold equals cold. Science, right? Also, getting chills or shivering feels bad, and our brains love to attach causes to discomfort. You don't blame the invisible virus. You blame your poor choice in outerwear. But seriously, if wet hair could transmit disease, shampoo commercials would need warning labels. And Olympic swimmers would be in permanent quarantine. So go ahead, air dry in the breeze. Just maybe wear pants,